maybe you should customize a name tag and engrave some and leave you a contact information on it. So stock lost and someone will out you contact information contact copy
Patient. Oh, uh, which image?
yes, you can use our laser engraving machine with the name tag contact information on it. Our as our machine today is Aufero Laser, and today we have a special discount for you guys. If you want to buy Aufero One, Aufero Laser One, and LUG Two, and buy today only $99. $99, and there are only 3 units price. Okay, and only wide our live room.
Only 99.
Yes.
So cheap. If you have to create which image today?
Okay, we can use. Today we will use off-road laser stock stainless steel name tag, and we can. And off-road laser 2 is a machine that very suitable for the beginner, and it only takes less than 10 minutes to install. And when it is installed, its engraving speed and engraving speed can reach 15,000 millimeter per minute, and the engraving area is 300 millimeter by 3 meters. And and uh, and also and laser Ultra Laser One is also a very uh, simple machine, very easy to use. So, what is the differences between the Ultra Laser and Ultra Laser One?
Aufero Laser 1 and Aufero Laser 2 are not the old, but the new model and the distinct machines for different customers. And the Aufero Laser 1 is more suitable for beginners. And it's easy, it takes less time to set up, easy to use. And it's designed for clients who are just starting engraving and on a budget. Now, where laser tuner will cost more, but its engraving area is more significant, and its speed will faster than Opera Laser 1. And the relationship between Opera Laser 1 and are not the substitute. They provide different choices for different customers.
And we can use two software and for our laser engraving machine. And one is our laser DRBL, and which is a free software, very easy to use and very suitable for the people who are new to laser. And it's not that powerful. It's a simple software, but it's free. And another one is Lightburn. And this is very powerful software and a little bit complex. And it requires a fee of $60 a year, but you can have 1 month free trial period. If you are if you have a higher requirements for the effect of the engraving work, and if you are very familiar with software operation, then you can use Lightburn software. And Lightburn is very powerful one, and later DRBL is simple but easy to use. software, and both software you can use. So I thought today we have the four laser models. I believe the people will not do not know their functions. So, so what is the differences between the four laser models? Can we introduce for it one by one?
Oh, and the LU24 FF4 with the real luminous power 5.5 watts, and it can either engrave and cut, but because it's a short box, so it's better and engraving, such like engrave a high precision photos, and it will work well at on hard material, such like stainless steel and metal coating, and it can also cut. You can also cut thin plywood, such like 2 to 3 millimeter plywood with one pass.
Yes. As LU24 as SF because it's a short focus, it's better to engraving, but also can do cutting as well. And you can see the right one and with the new eye protection design with, and it can protective cover can be installed and removed very easily. And we have the an actual eye protection goggle with it. So you can double protect your eyes and inside from the laser damage. Very good designs and for the eye protection, safety protection designs.
The LU210 is our most powerful laser module type. The output power is 10 watts. With LU210 and the laser Aufero Laser works with a high speed of 50,000 millimeters. It can yeah. So it can also cut the plywood. Can cut 10 millimeter plywood actually, and can cut soon with and can cut soon 20 millimeter like acrylic. Okay.
Yeah, for for our LU210 as laser model, we tend to laser power output is very powerful as laser model, most powerful one. And it can both doing engraving and the cutting is very fast and do affect our work very well. For this model, we provide free as air assist nozzle with it, but you need order the air compressor by yourself. So it is compatible to all onto off-road laser engraving.
For new beginners, can try LU2, and it's such the power 1 to 1.6 watts, and you can also do cutting and engraving on plywood or laser product well.
Yes, and LU22 is with 1 watt and 1.6 watt. Maybe it's a little bit slower, but it can doing engraving and cutting. But always like so it's enough for the beginner who are first using the laser engraving machine. So LU22 is the best, the first one laser model to use, and it can engrave plywood and acrylic as well, and even laser. So you can see the 3D engraving stock pictures. So it is made by LU2. Uh, so it's the most cheapest one, and you can choose it for the first laser engraving thing. So simple, but but also for
And the last one is LU4 LF, and it can cut and engrave, but because it's a long process, so it's cutting. We also provide a free air assist nozzles with LU24 LF, and it can ensure a clean edge. You can see the difference with the cutting results with air assist nozzles and without.
The LU4, the LF is same as the LU4 asset. So they have the same laser power outputs. They are both the second generation model with 5 watts to 1.5 watts. But SF, because it's a short forecast laser model, it's better during engraving, and LF is long forecast laser, better cutting. But their the electrical power is both 20 watts and with same 5 watts to 5.5 watts. Yeah, very good. But if you maybe typing work is allowed, maybe you can choose the long focus LF laser. If you want to engrave some pictures and some engraving, some patterns or names, allowed then the typing work. So maybe you can choose SF, the short focus laser model. Now you choose SF. So we have the different choice for the different needed. So very good for choosing every different choice.
Wow, I believe after our introduction about laser models.
So we have introduced some add-on pairs for you guys after our laser model. So we have finished as introduction for laser model. So let's see add-on pair. This is rotary roller. You can and many new users are limited to do engraving and cutting of horizontal projects. So they always said, so how can I do the engraving and cutting on the caps, the bottoms, glasses, caps, the beer caps, the engraving on it. So this rotary roller can help you to engraving, cutting on not only the horizontal things like the caps and bottom we just decided. So it can engrave any cylindrical product on it. This Y-axis rotary roller is compatible to all onto Aufero laser engraving machines. Every laser engraving machine can use it to help you engrave the cylindrical product very well.
And the admin working table component for laser engrave and cutting machines.
Yeah, it is the black one.
Yeah, and it can protect our desk from laser damage. And the size of working table is 400 millimeter by 400 millimeter and 8 and it is perfect for Aufero Laser 2, and it can also compatible for other laser machines, such like Fibo laser machines.
For CO2 laser machine. This is the Z-axis lifting device. It is very simple but powerful add-on pair for our laser. So it can install in our laser model, and it can adjust the height of the laser very fast and very easily. Simple one, small one, most useful line. So, and today, if you want to buy the Aufero Laser 1 with an LU22 today, and you can buy today only for $99 for Aufero Laser 1 with LU22 today. So only during our live broadcast time and only the 3 units you can enjoy this price. So if you want to buy it, so buy it now during our live broadcast, because it's only white during our live within 24 hours.
Wow, after our introduction, I believe everyone has a understanding of our machine. So combined to our live broadcast room, we have a lot of works in place today.
As you can see, some earrings and even the huge project, the dog toss is also maybe on our Aufero and Aufero Laser 1. You can see the capping is very clear. So whatever the project is big or not, our Aufero Laser 2 can cut the plywood and fix it on the huge project very well. And besides this cutting work, you can see the engraving work on the plywood very well. You can engrave some pattern and or the works on it.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
And in this way, we can the objects we give to our pets will be more significant, unique.
Yeah. And we have also some different engraving work. You can see 3D picture engraving. You can see the dogs. Maybe I can show you the detail. Very good picture engraving. So if you have pets or cats, and maybe you can take a picture and use our Aufero Laser very the pictures on it. Maybe the best way to record a very good memories of the plants is and memory very clear pattern. It's all the 3D engraving work. That you can feel the depth, the plywood. Another one is the cutting. It's not real pictures. The pattern from the online researching. So maybe you have some decorations for bedroom or living room. Find a plywood and find a very good pattern that you can engrave on the plywood and hang on your living room or bedroom. Very so our Aufero Laser 2 is also very good for the DIY service and DIY creation. You can see our engraving earring, and it acrylates the cutting. It's very clear cutting. Our Aufero Laser 2 is very powerful as engraving. It can cut 10 millimeter of acrylic at one pass and 30 millimeter at multi pass. Very powerful. And so the earring is very good. Maybe someone will say, "Oh, I'm always getting with troubles." What is the case to like trouble? Maybe buy a earrings and a hairpin is very easy, but maybe someone will say very normal. Everyone purchase. It's not very meaningful. Okay, but if you have our Aufero Laser 2, and you can theorems by yourself. Programming, even in the pictures of you guys on the if you can give you very good. Our operator too can a lot of DIY service pattern. So our topic 10 we just said so someone will solve a setting but I should tell the trouble. Everyone for the cute has for happening and always have trouble with they will allow very hard thing fun way back. So maybe you can engrave some metal impact and set and information. So if your pen adopts off, whatever run far away, but as long as someone will get him, oh, but then there is a name tag and some contact contact information. So maybe show you to take you hands-off back is very good. Is on the side field engraving tag is very clear and very nice. And it's not so very easy like this here. Whatever the hard path or our select field engraving very strong to very hard to and for the colors you can say is maybe the lighting and the lighting is great. There's some name on it, very good. Very caring, great. Let's see. And another let's see great. Today we have introduced our past our past work very well. So our laser engraving machines can do a lot of materials to do engraving or cutting. Yes, because for the laser engraving machines, it can engrave both engraving and cutting by multi-materials like paperboard and and plywood and leather and glasses and acrylics, some bamboo and stainless steel and any other hard metal. It's very powerful laser engraving machines. Oh, nice. So our work is done. You can see the engraving. Today we are engraving some very good patterns. You can see it. You can see it. You can see we just engraved very clear stainless steel engraving. Only takes less than 20 minutes to finish. You can see it's very clear. for the stainless steel engravings, we set the 200 speed by the 100 power output with it, and maybe it's only cost only 20 minutes to finish, maybe less than 20 minutes, so as well. Okay, after seeing so many work, I think as everyone have deeply checked our laser engraving machines, and we will have some questions about this. So let me so maybe give some example of the problem that people always to ask, and we will reply is to everyone and to let you know what is our laser engraving, what is the machine is and how to buy it. Okay.
Yes, I see some people is asking about our logistics. We have overseas warehouses in the United States, Russia, Spain, and the Czech Republic. So the shipment will be very fast. And 3 to 7 working days from overseas warehouse, and 5 to 10 working days from China warehouse.
Yes, and one person asked about our after-sales service. And I want to tell you is there is a very professional engineer team and in the Europe and the United States to help you solve the technical questions. And if you can solve some technical problems, you can contact our on-to-ticket system and our online consumer service as well. And for the email, you can contact our support team by support at onto3dprinter.com. It's very fast to reply you for any question on it. So, and we also provide the free replacement as for any reason during the periods, and our and our engineer team will give you the solution in time if you have any question. We also provide a 1 year after sales service, 1 year, and for any problem, for any reason.
That's so great.
Yes.
And I saw many people may don't know who is Finis. And Finis is the official dealer of Aufero, and it will provide the best service. And the most special thing is that their store will provide free joints for everyone to download and use.
And one person asked how shows our laser engraving machines can do engraving and cutting on hard metal or stainless steel. It is really good.
Engraver can be done on stainless steel after electroplating or spraying, and the effect of the stainless will better after blackening. And I saw some people said Aufero and Aufero 40 watts, 90 watts, and 130 watts. Is it available?
Yes. Aufero is advertising the real optical power outputs for the old second generation laser model labels. So for our LU22 laser model, so laser power is 1 watts to 1.6 watts, and the LU2 to 4 as SF and LF as laser power is 5 watts to 5.5 watts, and their electrical power is 20 watts laser. And with the most powerful ones, our 210 watts laser output power laser models as LU210s. So it's very powerful as its most powerful laser model. So it is with the true 10 watts laser output. So and in the market, and many products with an impossible claim to the power outputs, which are the impossible uh, with current style technologies. So, and the power output cannot be like 10, like 15, 100. So it's not possible. So it's impossible thing. So laser powerful is very clear to show what is the laser as good and as powerful and speed and strong. So, and as we give our user and consumer real a real specification to allow the informed purchase decisions. Yeah.
Yeah.
And someone will ask, our laser model is and our laser powerfuls and the whole laser machine is really safe. So do they have the like safety, like protections designs with it?
Of course, we have. And first, if the laser machine is shifted and slanged, and the laser operation will be stopped immediately and avoid the laser from firing out the target. And second, when the laser machine and all the computer malfunctions, and the laser will be also stopped immediately to avoid the target from to catch fire. And second, when the laser has been turned on, but there has been no movement for a long time, the protective measures will be taken. When used in low light, the laser will shut off after 100 seconds. When not in the low light, the laser will shut off after 10 to the laser will shut off between 10 and 60 seconds. And the last one, the main board, will control the laser modules output and input, out power and in power, and it can cut off the power to the laser modules. And if the power source will also be disconnected when it receives an inappropriate amount of voltage.
That's very good explain and introductions. So it's for our laser engraving machines, it's very good and have some safety designs and protections designs. So, and we have a special discount for you guys. And if you want to buy Aufero Laser 1 with LU22 today, so you can buy today only $99. Only $99 is you can buy the both as LU22 with laser model and Aufero Laser 1 for both only $99. Only while on our live broadcast stand you can enjoy this price. And maybe someone just getting our live broadcast rooms. Those maybe they do know our machine is. So it is. So let me introduce our machines. So it is Aufero Laser 2, and today we used our laser 2 to engrave a stainless steel and metal name tag on it. And Aufero Laser 2 is a very good machine for and very suitable for beginner and very suitable for people who are new to laser engraving machines. And it only takes less than 10 minutes to install. So, and when it is installed, it's engraving area is 300 millimeter by 390 millimeter. Sorry, 390 millimeter by 390 millimeter. And and its engraving speed can reach 15,000 millimeter per minute. It's very fast and very good at machines. So and 15,000 millimeters. So what does that mean? Is it's like maybe some works at the same time you can get a triple output from the high speed. And it's very good design for it. And Aufero Laser 1 is also very suitable for beginner. And someone will said, so what is a 10 watts laser? So let me introduce very detailed for the LU210A laser model. So this model is most powerful one and to engrave and for both cutting. And for the LU210 with really 10 watts laser outputs, instead we are using the laser model is a 10 watts laser model. It's very powerful one.
Yeah.
And this model is with output is 10 watts, and the LU22 laser power is 1 watts to 1.6 watts, and the LU24 as laser model is 5 watts to 1.5 watts, and this most powerful one, most fast and most strong. So uses you can cut 10 millimeter actually it's at only one pass, and the 30 millimeter at only need at maybe three, maybe just two pass. And so we have done introductions about the Aufero Laser 2 and Aufero Laser 1. So what is the differences between the two machines?
Aufero Laser 1 and Aufero Laser 2 are not the old and the new model, but distinct machines for different customers. And Aufero Laser 1 is more suitable for beginners. It is designed for clients who are just starting engraving and on a budget. And it will not take more time to set up, and it is easy to use. And the Aufero Laser 2 is will cost more, but its engraving area will be significant, and the speed of Aufero Laser 2 will be faster than Aufero Laser 1, and the relationship between Aufero Laser 1 and Aufero Laser 2 are not the substitution or competition. Instead, they provide different choices for different customers. And today, we also provide some special discount for you guys. And if you want to buy Aufero Laser 1 LU22, you can buy it today for only $99. There has only 3 units. Only 3 units. And if you are interested in Aufero Laser 1 LU22, act so quickly.
Okay, so we can use the two software about laser engraving machines. And one is our laser JRBLs, and which is a free software and very simple, but it's very suitable for the people who are new to laser engraving machines, because it's very easy to use and it's very simple software and it's a free software. And another one is LabBurn. So LabBurn is a little bit complex software, and it requires a fee of $60 a year, but you can have 1 month of the free trial period. So LabBurn is more like so it's a little bit professional software operator to use. So maybe so it's so and this software is a little bit hard. So it is have a like the learning curve. Maybe as a front, and maybe you say oh it's very hard to use and very complex software. But if you have learned some uh, uh, spend some time to learn it, you can find a Lightburn is very, very powerful software. So if you have higher requirements for the effect of work, and you are very familiar with the software operation, and then you can use a Lightburn. And if you just want to simple engraving and simple cutting, maybe you can use the laser DRBLs as well. And today we have I 4 laser model in our table. So I believe many people do not know their functions. So what is the differences between the 4 laser models?
The LU24 SF with real luminous power 5.5 watts, and it can either engrave and cut. And because it's a short focus, so it's better and engraving, such like Engraver high precision photos, and it will work well on hard materials such like stainless steel. And it can also cut thin plywood, such like 2 to 3 millimeter plywood with one pass. And the maximum it can cut 12 millimeter plywood.
Yes, and you can see the right one with new ear protections designed with it. So it can protect your eyes and your pencil from the laser damage. Very good. And its protective cover can be removed and installed very easily. You can see. Yeah, remove it and install it very easily. And we also provide the free extra eye protection goggle with this. And it can double protect your eyes and your pencil from the laser damage. It's a very safety device designs for our user and consumers.
Yeah, and the laser LU210 is our most powerful laser module at present, and its output power is 10 watts. With LU210, the Aufero Laser 2 can work well with a high speed of 50,000 millimeter per minute, and it can also cut 10 millimeter plywood and 10 millimeter acrylic, and can cut through with one pass, and can cut through 20 millimeter plywood and 30 millimeter black acrylic without any issues.
Yes, and our LU210 laser model with true 10 watts laser outputs, and for this as laser models, we provide the free air assist nozzle with this, but you need order the air compressor by yourself. It is compatible to all on-to-off laser engraving machines, and it's the most powerful laser.
Yeah, and for beginners, you can try the LU22. And the LU22 with real luminous power, its output power is 1 to 1.6 watts. It can do cutting and engraving on plywood and laser products well. And the last one laser, it's more on them, and the LU22 laser models is the most cheap. If you don't have so much money to, you can buy the LU22.
Yes, and LU22 is the cheapest laser model, but it's also very powerful. And because some example is here, so you can see the dog as picture engraving. You can see this. It's made by as our LU22 laser model. And it looks great.
And the last is LU24LF. L24LF now can cut and can also cut and engrave, but because it's a long focus, so it's better and cutting. And we also provide a free L-assist nozzles. It can ensure clean edge. You can see the difference with the cutting results with L-assist nozzle and without.
Yeah, and the RF is long focus laser is good to doing cutting, and for as SF, they are both the laser as powerful. Laser power output is 5 watts to 1.5 watts, but if one is the short forecast SF as better than the better to engraving, and LF better to cutting. As very they are so as long as they have the same power outputs, and but they have the different weight to use, and it's some one is good to cutting and one is too good to engraving. It's very different. And
Yeah.
so as we have done our the introductions of our 4 options laser models for as Aufero Laser 2. So let's introduce the add-ons parts to for the Aufero Laser 2. And this is rotary roller, you can see that. And as many people doing engrave and cut on the horizontal and access how to do engrave and cut as on like the bottom caps, glass, and some like other cylindrical products. And this Y-axis rotary roller can help you to engrave the cylindrical products as well. You can see you can put here and it will be it will rotating. It's very good add-on spare parts. And it's compatible to all onto Aufero laser engraving machines. It's very good.
Yeah, and the black one is an aluminum working table. And aluminum working table is the necessary component for laser engrave and cutting machines. And the size of the working table is 400 millimeter by 448 millimeter. And it is perfect for Aufero Laser 2, and it can also compatible for other laser machines, such like Fiber's laser machine.
Yes, Fiber laser machine and CO2 laser machine you can use as very convenient things. And this is the Z-axis lifting device, and it's small and looks very normal, but it's a powerful one. So it's very convenient. It can adjust the height of the laser model to focus on the surface projects. It's very easily to use and very convenient.
Yeah.
And today we have special discount to you guys. And if you want to buy the Aufero Laser 1s with LU22 laser model today, and you can buy today only $99. And only $99 as you can buy the both as laser machines and LU22 laser model. And only 3 units you can enjoy this price, only 3 units. And only while during our live broadcast time and within after 24 hours. And
after our introduction about our machines, I believe some people may have some questions about may have some questions. So I see some people is asking about our logistics, and we have overseas warehouses in the United States, Spain, Russia, and Czech Republic. So the shipment will be fast. 3 to 7 work days from overseas warehouse, and 5 to 10 working days from China or warehouse.
Okay, maybe someone may be more interested in our works made by our Aufero Laser engraving machine. So let's interested in some of our work about topics of pens. Okay, and this you can see is made by plywood and is a doghouse for like cutting work. You can see it's very clear cutting, and whatever the projects you can do, and whatever is big or small, our laser machines can engrave in and cutting it, and you can fit it very well. You can see the very huge doghouse, and you can see in the front of the house, you can see some engraving, a sentence and the words inside in this. So our laser engraving machines is both can do engraving and cutting on multi materials, such as the plywood and some acrylics and the paperboard and stainless steel and bamboo, something and hard. And hard metal stainless steel is very huge one. And you can see the laser color as from dogs. You can see our laser engraving machines can very clear as engrave and cuts on laser very well. And we also have some less still a dog name tag on it. You can see it's a dollar. A dog called dollar. And you can DIY to engrave what sentence as what number you want. And you can see the contact information now. So if your dog have lost, so maybe someone will say, oh, so it's a name tag, and behind it have to engrave some contact information like cell phone number and maybe call you to so let you pick your pens up. Very convenient and very necessary designs. And for some paper drawings, so you engrave on but on the stainless steel, it's very hard to disappear. Whatever the hurting and whatever the touching, it's never disappears. Very good. And you can see this 3D engraving pictures. You can see the plywood. It's very picture, right? Maybe you can take some pictures about your family, about your pets. So maybe you can use our Aufero Laser engraving to engrave a very good 3D engraving pictures. You can record and use a memory. A good memory. And this cat is maybe not real pictures, and maybe it's just from a pattern from online researching. Our laser engraving machine software operation, it can maybe search and copy some really good pattern and really good pictures, and you can engrave out as in the plywood and what else, leather and stainless steel wiring. Maybe you can do some DIY correction. And our other work you can show you, and we can cut the acrylic materials as well. Very clear cutting on the bottom. And even you can both engrave and cutting as engraving some pattern, some good sentence or words. Very good. And maybe some men friends, so maybe always get trouble by not knowing what kind of gift should you give your girlfriend. Maybe someone will say to buy and purchase the earrings and hairpins as well. Maybe it's a good gift, but some woman, some girl will say, "Oh, everyone do that. It's a very normal thing." And it's not very meaningful as gift to them. So maybe imagine that. So if you have engraving machines, you can doing some good pictures or do some DIY corrections like the earring and hairpins. Maybe you can engrave very beautiful earrings and engrave your girlfriend name and your name on it. Maybe engrave some relaxing words and blessings. It's very meaningful gift, I think. Okay. So after seeing so many works, I believe as everyone have deep attract our machines, and we'll have some good some question about it. So we have provided some questions that people always ask, and we will reply to you guys.
And I saw some people will ask about our logistics. And we have overseas warehouses in the United States, Russia, Spain, and Czech Republic. And so the shipment will be fast. 3 to 7 working days from overseas warehouses. 5 to 10 working days from China warehouses.
And one person asked about our after-sales service, and I want to tell you there is very professional engineering team in Europe and the United States to solve your technical questions. And if you want to solve some technical problem, maybe you can contact our on to TK system and online consumer service. As for email, you can contact our support team by support at onto3dprinter.com. Yes, and we also provide a very good like as 1 year after sales service and free replacement for any reason during the periods. Okay. Our last live broadcast shows is the topic is some restaurant tip cups engraving and some glass cups engraving and bottle engraving as well. So if you like our live broadcast rooms, please follow our Facebook page and YouTube channel. So we will have Aufero live streams at every week at this time. And to see you guys.
Yes, follow our Facebook homepage and Facebook homepage and YouTube.
Yeah, and see you next week.
See you next time. Bye.